This is my passion. This is Ike's Outdoors.
Hey guys, Ike here from IkesOutdoors.com. Today I want to talk to you about Carbon Synergy. This is a scent control product. The meat of this, we're going to show you the whole system a little bit later on, but the meat of this to me is this spray or this dust right here. This comes in a small bottle here, and it's got markings on the side, 1 gallon, 2 gallons, 3, 4, 5. This little bottle will make up to 6 gallons of spray. So you can take a bottle of distilled water, add the appropriate amount of it, and then you can actually just dispense that into these small bottles just like this and use that as your scent elimination spray. This uses anti-microbial silver and activated carbon. So 2 really good, tested, proven products for scent elimination. And the nice thing about this is you can use this in a variety of different ways. It is a dust right now, so you can take this in a dust form and you can put it in your hands. You can dust your body off with it. You can put it in your hat. You can put it in your pack. Put it in your boots. Put it in your gloves. As a dust, you can do just about anything with it. And actually, one of the directions, it says get creative. Yep, that's a direction for use. You hold the raw, undiluted form in your hands. Use it how you like. The sky's the limit. So you can get creative with this, and you can use it however you want to. And it's going to be a pretty good product as well. The most effective way that I've found to use it is in this right here. And what I like to do with this is, of course, I'll spray my skin, and you can see it's black on the skin, and then y'all just take it and rub it in. Once you rub it in, no problems, no black, nothing like that, doesn't stain or anything like that. I'll take it on my clothing before I put my clothing on, and I'll just spray this clothing down with this stuff. And again, it sprays on black, but it does not stain or have any lasting effects on your clothing as far as marks, staining, or anything like that. It pretty much fades away, and I've got this on stream. So once I get it to where it's fanning out pretty good and misting pretty good, you won't even see that. So you can spray it on your skin, you can spray it in your hair, you can spray it on your clothing, and if you spray a bunch of it on you just like this, get it on your hands, get it really good all over you, and you're going to be able to control the scent on your body and your clothing and everything like that. So you can see there, after just a few seconds, completely gone, rubbed it in good, and you can't even tell that I've put it on. So very good stuff. A lot of people think they see it black, it's going to stain, it's going to do this and that, and it's really not going to be an issue. And the nice thing about it is, once you spray your clothes with it, it impregnates that article of clothing with that antimicrobial silver and with that activated carbon. So this, in between washes, will stay good and do a good job of controlling your scent over time. As that dries out, it just gets in your cloth, and just like some of the really expensive clothing out there, which you all know which one I'm talking about, all they do is they have activated carbon lining in their clothing. You got your outside unit, you got the activated carbon, and then you got an inner unit holding it all in. And this stuff right here basically does the same thing. You're going to put it on there, it's going to dry, and it's going to impregnate that cloth with activated carbon, and it's going to use that antimicrobial silver, which is going to do really good on your skin for getting rid of bacteria and stuff like that. So it's a very good all-around spray that's going to do a fantastic job. Really just a fantastic, make sure to spray it up, or to mix it up every time you use it, but just a really good product to be using in the field and to use on your clothing and on your body as well. I've got a couple other things here, but I want to talk about this. One of the best things I love in a product is when it's simple. This is a very simple product. It's good value. You get a lot of use out of one bottle of this, and it's made in the USA. And I don't mean just the dust inside is made in the USA. The bottle, the cap, the label, the packaging, every bit of this is made in the USA, which I think is awesome. So that's really, really cool that they do that. So as a system, we've got our spray here, which is for your body and your clothing. They also make a laundry detergent, which works real well. And they also make a hair and body wash, which works real well too. And the nice thing I like about this hair and body wash is it leaves me feeling pretty good as far as clean. It leaves me feeling without a real strong scent to me like some of the other hair and body washes that I've used in the past. And it doesn't dry me out. A lot of this stuff, having facial hair, Usually I've got a beard, goatee, mustache, something, and having facial hair, that stuff dries me out so bad I start getting flaky skin under my goatee, my hair, my facial hair, hair on my head, and this stuff doesn't do that. So the hair and body wash is really good stuff. I've used this stuff here. I've been using this whole system for about a month, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I've used this system completely as directed. I've used this system without washing my clothes, just spraying my clothing down. You know, the clothing that I sprayed it, wore it for 2-3 weeks, and then didn't wash it again. And then I've used it just using this stuff with clothing that I'd sprayed down the weekend before, and I've had really good success with this stuff, and I'm really happy with it, and really impressed with it. I killed a doe about 2 weeks ago. I was walking in. I was less than 100 yards from the truck, and she was just standing there, and she was up on her feet already. And when I realized she was there, we were about 40 yards apart, and she hadn't seen me at that point. And I knew I was going to get busted because my scent was blowing right to her. And the really nice thing about it was, really surprising aspect of it was, because none of this stuff is perfect, and I've been busted using all this stuff before. And with this stuff, that doe was directly upwind of me, and I just knew I was going to get busted, and I didn't. She actually moved closer to me, and at one point got broadside, and I was able to take my shot, and was able to put an arrow right in her heart. She went 30-40 yards, and she ended up piling up and dying. So I was very impressed with it in that aspect. The scent was blowing, my scent was blowing directly to her, and she didn't bust me. And the next time I had another really good experience with this. I went out and I actually used the body soap and didn't spray my clothing down at all. And the wind that day there was a front moving in. The wind was just going every which direction, and I had deer come in, and the wind was blowing to them and then coming back and just swirling all around, and the deer never knew I was there. The doe, I moved at one point. Several of the does had seen me move, and the doe in the front started putting her nose up and was doing that scenting, and at that time my scent was blowing not directly to her, but at times it was blowing directly to her and blowing in different directions, and she never busted me. She never knew I was there. And that was the thing with scent control. Deer that smell you, 9 times out of 10 they're going to run off. Deer that see you are going to try to figure out what you are. Deer that hear you, they're going to try to figure out what you are. They're curious animals by nature, and they're going to try to figure out what's going on, usually before they run off. But in my experiences, deer that smell you run away. And that's one of the things that really a scent control system like this is really important. And this Carbon Synergy works really well, and it's got it back on the back here, and you couldn't put truer words have never been spoken. It says you can hit a nickel at 40 yards, you know every tree and stone in the woods, you have more pictures of game than you do of your kids, because hunting is what you do. Don't risk your next trophy to poor scent control. And that's exactly right. We put in all the time, we put in all the studying, we spend all the time out in the field, you know, walking this, hanging tree stands, doing that, and then you're going to go out there and get busted on the first try out because you didn't properly use scent control. So I'm a big supporter of using proper scent control, and I'm very impressed with this Carbon Synergy. Absolutely does a fantastic job. And like I said, I've used it step by step. I've used it one step. I've used this step, that step. At first, I didn't wash my clothes in this. I've been hunting with them. They were due for a wash. I just sprayed them down and then washed my clothes the next week. And I've had very good success with this stuff. You know, I killed one deer that was straight upwind of me, and had several deer that were upwind of me on windy days with the wind swirling, and they never knew I was there. So you can check this out at carbonsynergy.net, and they got a lot of video tutorials at carbonsynergy.net. It shows you all how to use all this stuff and shows you the proper way of using it. So pretty good product, and I'm really impressed with the website. I really like the way they've done their tutorials and the way they've got their product set up. This right here is a bargain, I tell you right now. This is going to make a lot of scent elimination stuff, and it's really is a bargain. So check this out, carbonsynergy.net, and for more product reviews, how-to videos, you can check out our website, ikesoutdoors.com. Appreciate you guys watching.